Hello, babes. Good day, good day. I'm Amy Elizabeth. Welcome. If it's your first time checking us out, I am CEO and founder of Align by Design, human design brand, where we lead you through transformation, not just information. You can get information anywhere. We are here to provide this luxury, next level feeling experience where you are safe, you're held, you're supported, and you're free to transform. You're free to transform into your most authentic self. Some weird lighting going on right here. I've like the sun, the time has changed, so the sun is like beaming right in on me during this time, but hello. All right, you guys, I'm a projector. I'm a 5/1 splenic projector. So any projectors that you know that need to hear this, who you are as a projector, tag below. Let me know who you are. Let me know your authority, your profile if you're aware. All right, you guys. This is a huge, huge, huge thing that projectors struggle with, is this idea, this feeling, this need of perfection. And there's a huge shift that happens when we let ourselves transform into power rather than perfection. And as projectors, our entire lives, we've been striving for something that seems like success. And then we get there and we're like, oh wait, that really wasn't not how I imagined it would feel, right? Like you get there, you get to the top of the mountain and you're like, okay, now what? What's next? And we have this innate built-in like drive of, okay, keep going. You can accomplish something else. You know, we're really good at a lot of things and we do it all. Then we don't have that sense of success, that sense of happiness, that feeling of ease, or the freedom that really comes along with our internal power. So I run a program called Projector Power Paradigm, and it's only for projectors. And it's really the shift of the paradigm of how we step into and fully own our power and what happens from that. And throughout these 4 weeks, I take you through an opportunity to transform from the projector that you currently are into the projector that you're designed to be, and how we're designed to be limitless and have a life of freedom and ease and flow and beauty, right? And really step into all of the incredible things that are at our fingertips, really right in front of us, but we're not sure how to grab, we're not sure how to move with, we're not sure why that's available for us or why we're deserving of that availability, right? Or what that means when we grab it. So what I want you guys to really lean into right now, sink into, is where in your world, your life, your business, are you striving for perfection and really losing all of the power that you have internally? You're losing your internal power drive. You're losing your frequency of power, and people are just like, meh, right? Because you're feeling that inside. You're like, perfection doesn't give us anything, right? Perfection doesn't give us anything. It doesn't get us anywhere. When's the last time you did something to perfection and you received all of the success on the other side of that? Very, very rarely, right? Very rarely. And if we do that, it's combined with the internal power, not the expectation of perfection. So I want you to really like sink into that. Like, where in my life am I trying to make things perfect? And I get there and I do all of the things and I work so hard and I try so hard, and then I get there and it's like, like that was not what I expected, or things don't go as you imagined they would go. And that feeling for projectors leaves us so unseen. We feel so unseen. We feel like, oh my gosh, we don't mean anything. This doesn't matter. All of the energy that I'm exerting, that I'm putting out there, is really worth nothing, right? It gets me nowhere but to the place that I already was, of this place of like, whoa, nothing. And we don't want that. Hello, gorgeous Nicole. We don't want that, right? We don't want that because that's not what we're designed or here to be. We're here to tap into this power. We're here to tap into all of the potential, but we have to hold the power and potential first. We have to hold that. We have to trust. The beautiful thing about human design is it provides us with this element of logical trust, right? All of a sudden, like, things make sense to us. Logically, everything that we have felt internally starts to make sense externally. We're like, oh my gosh, that is why I have such a deep connection with my intuition. That's why when I followed this has worked. That's why I have felt so lit up and excited. And then people just come to me, right? This is why all of these things start to make sense. And it gives us this external validation of trust in who exactly we are, who we know we are, how we've always been, how we've always trusted ourselves, but like not really let ourselves stand in the power of trust, right? So then what happens when we miss this connection, when we don't have human design, or when you're now learning about human design, but you're not really transforming with it, is you're leaving these two disconnected, right? You're like, okay, here's my trust over here. I understand, I get it, yada, yada. That's exactly how I'm supposed to be. Here's my internal trust within myself, but like, I really doubt that like I can fully trust myself to get there. So what we do in PPP and all of the programs and everything we put out for you guys is develop the trust so that you can transform into your most authentic self, into your most powerful self. And as we do this as a projector, all of a sudden we get seen in a way where it's safe, right? We're safe to be seen. We aren't pushing, we aren't forcing, we aren't making people look at us. We're just showing up and doing our thing, and people see us. And not only do they see us, but they see us in a whole new light. So all of a sudden that need to be perfect is whooshed away, because we realize perfection doesn't get us anything, right? It's the internal power of how I feel about myself, how I feel about my work, how I feel about my power, in order to stand in that power. And you show up in that frequency, and everyone else just turns their heads at you. They find you. No matter what, they'll find you, right? And the more power we hold, the more people find us. So I was speaking with a client actually about how to build so much impact, right? Because the first time I ran PPP, I honestly did a lot more than I'm doing now. And she's like, you're barely doing anything, and you have like, I don't even know how many people we have in right now, but like between 30 and 40, somewhere around there. She's like, you're barely doing anything, and you have all of these people in PPP, and people are constantly signing up. I get notifications like every couple of hours, there's people signing up on the regular all the time. And she's like, but how? I'm like, well, I trust that much power in myself. Like, it's like an obvious, like, of course people are going to sign up. Of course I'm going to say something that flows through me that is projector related. Of course, because I trust myself as a projector, I have transformed myself in my projectorness. I have trusted myself to stand in my power so that you guys can calibrate to that, right? So that I can provide you all of the things that lead to transformation and opportunities for transformation for you to own your power. And when we transform, what it is developing is the trust in ourselves to transform, to be in our power. And then all of a sudden things come together, and it's like, whoa, this is easy, right? This is easy. Every projector that goes through this transformation, they're like, wow, it gets to be this easy. I don't understand. And because we're also dropping the perfectionism isn't getting us to where we want to be. The pressure we're putting on ourselves needs to release, and this surrender and trust in who we're actually meant to be and how we're designed to work, show up, live, breathe, all of the things, make decisions, is like, God is finally like, thank you for finally listening to your birth plan, to how you're supposed to be, in this world. That is exactly what I wanted you to do. That's exactly what you're meant to be doing. This is exactly the light that I provided and gave you, and now you get to shine it brighter, right? So the trust and the let go of perfectionism leads us to more and more power, which leads to more and more magnetism, which leads to more and more effortlessness, right? And more impact and income. That's the formula. That's literally the formula. So here's your formula. There's your formula. Now, how are you going to do that? You're going to do that by hopping in PPP, Projector Power Paradigm. You want to get into this program if you're a projector. It does not matter if you have a business, you don't have a business, you're just starting a business, you're doing extremely well in your business. You are like middle ground, ready for next level in your business. We all get to step into a new realm and new layer of our power. And once we do, more ease, more flow, more effortlessness, more trust in yourself, more people trust you. And this projector energy that we put out is really highly built on trust. So if you don't trust yourself right now, and you're not exactly where you want to be, or you feel like this next level is coming up for you, and people are not quite jumping in, maybe they're inquiring about a lot of questions, maybe they have a lot of questions, maybe they're wondering, maybe they're checking in, maybe they're sending you things, they're like, yes, okay, soon. Why is that? That little disconnect right there is your next level trust in your next level self, is that next level of availability and ability to hold your own power so that you can give that power to somebody else. But trust is a huge factor in this. And until you can fully trust yourself in that next degree, they won't either. So if you are ready for PPP, let me know if you know a projector that needs to hear this message today. That is like, that is soul satisfying for you, where you just like get to own that this is exactly where you're meant to be. That perfectionism and overworking does not get you anything that you desire in your world. In fact, it creates more resistance in your life. And when we really lean into our trust, when we lean back into our surrender and our lightness and our availability of ease that is at our fingertips, we get to own that power, and we develop the trust factor, which continues to grow. The trust factor continues to grow. It gets stronger and stronger and stronger, hence more impact and more income over and over and over again. So we get to play like this, and you have to be ready and available and wanting to play, right? It becomes a choice. It all becomes a choice. Everything in our life, once you hear about human design, once you understand you're a projector, now you have a choice of what you're going to do with that. You're either going to know this knowledge and you're going to be like, I'm a projector too. You're going to be like hopping on, hitting all the legs, projector, projector, projector. Or you're going to decide that you're going to actually move into being the projector and owning that. And that's where the magic happens. That's where everything begins to come into your world. So own it, trust it, let yourself be it. And decide, what do you want with this information? What do you want with this knowledge? What do you want to shift right now? How do you want to step in and really own and develop the trust in yourself to really spill over the power so that other people effortlessly are coming into your world? I love you guys. Have a beautiful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.